and it is a personal thrill for me to be standing here at the podium on our 40th anniversary with our 500th speaker. It was the vision of Tait and many of you who are in this room today that got us started. And over the years, we have brought the membership speakers of note at the state and national level to talk on a broad range of issues related to the business and the economy. It's been the ideas and contacts of you, our members, who have allowed us to identify and entice these speakers to come. I don't know about you, but over the years our speakers have given me a refreshing insight into key issues of the day, and sometimes forced me to rethink long-held beliefs. This club has provided a rich and enlightening journey of ideas for all of us. So I ask you to raise your glasses to the last 40 years and the next 40. Here, here. And now I'll call on Dave Micah to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, Madam President. And distinguished guests at our head table and past chairs that are out there, and those that have come before, thank you all for your service. I'm honored to be here to introduce our club's 500th speaker on this very special occasion. When we began to plan this, our planning committee, and let me recognize Cindy O'Connell and Boot Belmore who joined me in planning for this event, and thank them for their involvement. We knew that we had a big task of trying to have a 500th program, and so ironic that we could work out this day, but also to recognize our 40th anniversary of the club. But we wanted to try and find someone of the caliber in America or internationally that would meet the kind of designation of what this day represents for us. And nobody better could we find in America than a great CEO that is right here in Florida, and a Florida-based corporation that we know, and I think everybody in the room really loves as well. About him, Todd, as you see in our notes, began his career in New Smyrna Beach in 1980 at a Publix grocery store as a front store clerk. And so many of that great company's people do just that. And then if you know it, and you probably know someone who has worked at Publix, they move you around and give you other opportunities as you perform. And so many of them, he worked throughout the store and took on a lot of those tasks and ultimately became store manager. And that's not a small job. That's a very, very, very big deal. But then he exceeded and kept going on through the company, became a district manager, and then a regional manager. Well, the folks down in Lakeland knew what they were doing when they sent Todd into enemy territory. Well, not enemy, a major competitor's territory in Jacksonville, where he was the regional manager. One of their major corporation competitors was based there. And Todd did so well there that they recognized that and made him a vice president, and then the president, and now he's the president and CEO of the company. And it is not just by happenstance that this guy is also the first Publix president and CEO that's not a member of the founding family of Publix. So this is an amazing time in Publix's history, but it speaks volumes about the company that did $34 billion in sales in 2016. And the privately owned by its employees company is the workplace for somewhere close to 190,000 people who count on that paycheck every couple of weeks for their existence. But not only is it a paycheck, it is consistently rated as one of the best places to work in not only America, but in the globe. And that speaks volume of a Florida family neighbor to me. And I just think it's great. It's my great pleasure. Todd and his wife, Suzette, they have 2 children. And as you know, the headquarters is in Publix. I could go on and on, but I won't. I want to get the time to Todd. But I hope that you will join me in doing a special welcome from the Economic Hub of Florida for our speaker today, Todd Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Mike, and that was quite the introduction, so I'm not sure I can live up to that. By the way, he promoted me really early on. He called us a front service clerk. Back in 1980, we were called baggers. Randolph Mathis is back there. One of the baggers started out about 40 years ago. And when you started as a bagger back in the 80s, you had to wear this name badge that was about this big around. Put it on your apron and it said, bagging in training. Not too many people wanted you to bag their groceries. And so when I saw everybody coming into the room, I thought, wow, everybody's rushing to their tables. I wasn't sure if it was what we were going to talk about today or if it was the desserts. So how are the desserts? All kidding aside, it is an honor for me to be here with you today to celebrate your 40th anniversary. I want to congratulate you one more time. Well done. And for a little fun, we did some research to see what else happened in 1977. So let me share just a few other anniversaries with you. Lucasfilms released the launch of Star Wars. NASA launched the Voyager 2. And this might be a little controversial in the audience, but for the Florida State Seminole fans in the house, the Seminoles beat the Gators 37-9. I know, it was a tough one. I didn't know whether to pull that one out or not. I'm a house divided, I have a Gator and a Nole, so it's pretty interesting Christmas. And for those of you that lived in Florida in the late 70s, you'll remember this last one. It snowed, even in Miami. So those are some moments in history, and today I want to share with you some of Publix's most moments in history. And it's about building the creation of our Publix family. For those of you who may not know Publix very well, we're a regional supermarket company in the Southeast with more than 1,100 stores. As Mr. Micah said, almost 190,000 associates. We have 9 distribution centers and 11 manufacturing facilities. We operate in 7 states: Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, and just this past summer we added Virginia. We're the largest employee-owned grocery chain in the United States. We make more than 750 products in our manufacturing facilities, and that's about $1 billion of product for our stores. We have a sugar mill. It's the 2nd largest in the nation. It helps us produce our famous buttercream icing. We've had our own in-house printing department for more than 50 years. And today it ranks as the top 5 in-house printing operations in the nation. Our warehouses include about 10 million square feet of space. Our more than 1,100 truck drivers take nearly 9,500 trips each week to make more than 27,000 deliveries to our stores totaling about 1.4 million miles. That's more than 500 trips from New York City to Los Angeles each week. We will open our new Greenwise prototype here in Tallahassee next fall. We'll learn from this revamped organic and specialty focused concept and expand this prototype from there. Our omni-channel presence continues to accelerate quickly, and by the end of this year, Publix delivery powered by Instacart will be available from over 1,000 of our stores. We continue to focus on growing our company. But let's take a look at our store growth count in Florida through the decades. As you can see, we've continued to grow when so many others have consolidated and even left Florida. I attribute that to how we keep alive the principles on which our company was founded. It all started from very humble beginnings during the Great Depression. Our founder, George Jenkins, was a smart, enterprising young man who opened our first store with 9 employees, counting himself, 87 years ago in Winter Haven, Florida. And again today, we have about 190,000 associates, and more than 70% of our associates in Florida. Publix is Florida's largest non-government employer. The philosophies on which he founded Publix are still ones we follow today, and are about doing the right thing for our associates, our customers, our suppliers, and the communities we serve. Mr. George believed in treating everyone with dignity and respect, much like you treat your family. And that's how the Publix family was born. Of those many lessons we learned from Mr. George, as we call him, the ones we're known best for is our commitment to our customers, being part of our customers' lives, and providing premier service are our foundations to success. At Publix, part of building a family is making personal connections. It's making promises that we strive to keep with every interaction we have. Publix wants to be the store that knows the most and cares the most about the products we sell and the people that we serve. We understand the importance of strong personal relationships, and we appreciate the role in the special moments and occasions shared between family and friends, especially when those moments are centered around food. Making connections is part of our culture, and it comes through in our associates. They work tirelessly to be experts in what they do. And part of the reason they're so committed is because of our unique part of the family dynamic we like to call our secret sauce. It's company ownership. We talk with our associates about what it means to be a company owner, what responsibilities come with it, and wearing a Publix name tag. Our name tag says, "Serving you since." When our associates put on their name tags, we want them to understand they're putting on those finishing touches, finalizing that last detail, saying they're ready, and more importantly, they're proud to be serving their customers. Publix people all are on our big family, and we have the privilege to serve our family members, whether they're our coworkers, our customers, or our suppliers. Our servant's heart isn't just through our customer service efforts. It's what we focus on and celebrate throughout our company. We're always looking for new ideas that will make us better as a community partner, a great place to work, and even a better place to shop. That entrepreneurial spirit is one we encourage at every level in the company. Mr. George once said, "One of the most important lessons I've learned in my business career is that no man can put an organization together on his own." For any organization to be successful, it's dependent on everyone making a personal commitment to achieving a company's desired results. Accomplishing this takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. It means having behaviors that are purposeful and intentional as well as skillful. We teach our associates every day what this means. All the way back in 1930, Mr. George created an environment in which all Publix people could be successful if they wanted to be. Mr. George liked to define success as doing what you like to do and doing it well. The aim is to learn all you can about the business to do the best job you can for the customer. He knew that with the right environment, people would have the desire to help grow company in good times and in bad. And we still believe that today. And our associates think so as well. Our associates want to do their part to carry on the ideas and the passion that Mr. George and those who followed had for Publix. And they are doing just that. It's part of what makes Publix an employer of choice. Publix has been named as a great place to work and on every Fortune list since the first book was printed in 1993. Since 1998, Fortune magazine started publishing an annual list for the 100 best companies to work for. And I'm proud to say that we've been on one of only 12 companies to have been on that list since its inception, earning us the recognition as one of the great place to work legends. That hasn't been by accident. Mr. George always said if you treat the associates right, they'll treat your customers right, and that will result in sales and profits. 2016, Fortune magazine spent a week in one of our stores in Orlando. See, I know that I can count on our associates to wake up every day and make it the best day it can be. This is because they want to be part of something bigger, to be part of a family. It's also part of human nature to want to make a meaningful contribution. If you can tap into that, you've got something big. If you've had a chance to visit one of our stores, you know what I'm talking about. How our associates think about the business, how they interact with our customers, how our associates treat each other, and how they make sure the communities are taken care of. It makes all the difference in the world. Serving those outside of our stores have been just as important as how we serve customers, whether it was United Way to help individuals in need or to help an entire community. Mr. George believed that for any organization to truly do the right thing, it must give back. He inspired associates to be passionate about giving back because, again, we're family, and we believe that it is part of our responsibility as well as being a privilege. Publix associates volunteer throughout communities we serve every day. We also organize annual Publix Serve Days that our associates can collectively support the Publix family as a group. Publix supports many nonprofit organizations in Florida, and our associates and customers have the option of supporting 4 national campaigns at our registers: Children's Miracle Network, Food for All, March of Dimes, and Special Olympics. Our associates also have the chance to support United Way through payroll deductions. Public support of these organizations and local nonprofits has a significant impact on Florida's economy. But our associates and customers aren't the only ones contributing. Public Supermarkets Charities, a foundation Mr. George established more than 50 years ago, makes donations to help support youth, education, hunger relief, and alleviating homelessness. Mr. George began this foundation with the intention of caring for his community and with a vision that giving would continue long after he was gone. Today, Publix Charities helps people and nonprofit organizations build healthier communities for years to come. In 2016, Publix Charities donated over $40 million. Because of our associates and understand the value of giving back, countless members of our community can receive help. Our associates rally around the communities every day. Just last month, our entire state was significantly affected by Hurricane Irma. Being a grocery store, we know how much our communities count on us for the essential items we sell. We take our role seriously through the years and have taken steps that we can make sure we can support the communities through crucial times like this. For example, almost all of our stores in Florida have generators, and we'd like to have them in the ones that don't. I've heard the expression that during the storm that not all heroes wear capes, and Publix people were truly some of the heroes of Florida. They did amazing things to help hurricane supplies like ice and water, canned food in our customers' hands. But maybe even more incredible was how quickly we got back in business after the storm to help our customers when they needed it the most. Publix associates were going through the same struggles as the rest of the state, like being without power, sustaining damage to their homes. But they went to work with a servant's heart, and we felt the love. The praise that we've received on social media news reaffirmed how necessary Publix is to the community. Within days of the storm passing, Publix truck brought much needed essentials to the hardest hit areas, like the Florida Keys. And although the Keys were hit hard, they still managed to find some hope and humor in their love for Publix with images like this. It's kind of still standing.
How'd you make that up?
Can't make that up. You see, Publix is proud to be a symbol of Florida's strength. We have been and continue to be truly blessed. Mr. George was a brilliant supermarket innovator, but more importantly, he was an exceptional man. He loved what he did. He passed his values on to us. His enthusiasm was infectious, and he loved it when others caught it. Many of the people who worked with Mr. George are no longer here. However, his presence is still felt today by thousands of Publix associates who never knew him. Florida was home to Mr. George, and it's home to Publix. Florida's communities are Publix communities, which is why I'm honored to have been able to give the opportunity to be with you folks today. So thank you.